Well, hello everybody. Welcome back into the Colored Gemstone Academy. I am your instructor, Paul Deasy. This is my YouTube channel called Paul Deasy Gemstones. First and foremost, we've had a slew of new, that means a lot. We had a lot of subscribers this past couple of weeks, and we are quickly closing in on 2,000 subscribers. And honestly, I couldn't have done it without each and every one of you. I am humbly grateful that you decided to subscribe to this channel. Remember, if you have not done so and you're watching, subscribing is free. It doesn't cost you a penny, but it allows me to continue to do these lessons for you. Well, this week's lesson is episode 68. It's not going to be about any specific gemstone, and I'm not going to go over the hardness, the toughness, the stability, all of that stuff. This is going to be a very different kind of lesson. Now I sound like it's like the Hallmark Channel. A very special gem lesson with Paul. This lesson is called, What's Your Gem? And I know that that sounds kind of weird, kind of out there, but I woke up this morning and I really gave it a lot of thought, because I find that I am attracted to certain gems. Some I don't care for. I've sold just about every gem in the entire world, or type of gem in the entire world, at one time or another over the past 30 years. But what is your gem? And the reason I'm asking it that way, I remember when I was selling my own line of jewelry on a shopping channel called Shop NBC. And oftentimes I would say, if you're attracted to a certain gem, did you choose that gem, or did that gem choose you? Now I know this sounds very, very strange, because you say, well, Paul, I know you're not really into that kind of metaphysical power of gemstones. And you're right, I'm not. I don't really get into that part of it. I'm open to the idea that it's something, but I don't get a lot into the folklore and legends. But I have walked through countless gem shows in my 30-year career in the gem business. And sometimes I can be looking at color, all these different gems as I walk down the aisle, and all of a sudden something catches my eye above all of the others. And that's why I say, did you choose the gem, or did the gem choose you? I'll give you a couple of examples. So one of my favorite gemstones is opals. I've made that clear to a lot of you over the years. I remember the first time I ever went to a gem show, before I was even in the business. It was in Valley Forge, Pennsylvania. There was a Sheraton hotel or something there in Valley Forge, and they had a convention, and it was a gem convention. And I was walking around. Now this isn't the piece, but this is an example of one that I bought at a show. This is a black opal. I know it doesn't look like the white crystal opal you're used to. This is an Ethiopian black opal, and it's actually in the boulder. But I remember walking that show in Pennsylvania, and I saw my first black opal that I'd ever seen. Again, I wasn't in the gem business then. I didn't know much about it. I put the thing in my hand. I looked at it. I was blown away. I'll show you some pictures of black opal. You can see what I was attracted to. And I asked the person, "This is pretty. How much does it cost?" And they said, and they weighed it. They said $50,000. What? And I had never been exposed to anything like that before. So, fast forward, when I had my own gem business and manufacturers, this is the first pair of cufflinks I ever had made for myself, and they are crystal opals from Australia. Absolutely beautiful. But why is it that I have had opportunities to buy and sell gems for years and years and years, and then about 3 or 4 years ago, I'm in Tucson, and I walk into a booth owned by the Royston miners, and it was the brother of Dean Otteson. Dean Otteson is now deceased. And what made me walk into his booth and buy this white buffalo? One of my favorite. It's a bolo tie. It's one of my favorite pieces. Why that, and why not something else? Why are some people attracted to Sleeping Beauty? That's a Sleeping Beauty turquoise. That is a completely flawless robin's egg blue, no matrix whatsoever, and absolutely beautiful material. Why are some people attracted to that and they don't like matrix, and others, and this is a piece of rough now, I love this material. This is that number 8, that famous number 8 turquoise with that brown or honey veining. And when you polish this up, it's just to die for. So what turns your head? I mean, is it maybe, well, you know, what was the first gem you fell? I want this to be a participation lesson. So think of it as like spring break, and this is your I guess it's summer break now, but but this is your assignment. Think about that. Think what gems you're attracted to and why, and tell me in your comments. You know, maybe like when I was in Brazil, and I had a chance to make my own druzy, and if you'll notice our little dolphin there, Judy and I had a boat. Dolphins used to jump on our wake, and I said, wouldn't that make a great piece of jewelry for people? We sold a ton of those. But why was I so attracted to druzy over the years? Because of that bling. Or maybe you were on a cruise ship and you saw that Larimar. And this is a beautiful big specimen, a slab of Larimar. Maybe it was something about the ocean that was talking to you, and it was a Larimar. Or maybe, like me, I love to just grab things off the shelf here. Maybe you love those phenomenal gems, those that exhibit that phenomenon. Now watch how this turns and oh, look at that. That is labradorite with that labradorescence. So first of all, I want to know what gems attracted your attention. Which ones did you buy? Are you thinking of gems as an investment? On the one hand, you can say, well, yeah, it's kind of an investment because, you know, they don't spoil if you take care of them. They're rare. Maybe they will increase in value. I always say if you're going to do that, you want to put it in a safety deposit box unless it's an opal. Don't do that. But do you like it because you just like it? Or do you like it because it's expensive? I used to also talk to a lot of buyers when I was a host, you know, a lot of people on both QVC and HSN. And if I was doing a show like Diamonique, which is a fine cubic zirconia that QVC sells, and when I was doing those shows, I said, why do you like a diamond? What is it about a diamond that you like? Do you like the diamond? Do you buy it because of its sparkle and how mesmerizing that and scintillating that sparkle is? Or do you like it because it's a diamond and it costs a lot of money? And I say, well, if you like it for the sparkle, why not just get the Diamonique, or in the case of HSN, the Absolute cubic zirconia? Most people can't tell the difference between a natural diamond and a Diamonique or an Absolute. Now then again, on the other hand, try and convince your fiance when you're getting engaged, oh, this is just as good as a diamond. I don't think that's gonna fly. So this is why I don't know why I walk into a show and I have the chance to look at everything, but some things stick with me that I love. You know how I feel about the garnets and the peridot, and even the abalone shell. I talk about what an underrated, underpriced gemstone this is. I mean, look at that. Look at the colors of an abalone shell, the orient, all of those things, and very, very affordable. But I want you to think about that. I want you to think about what are your favorite gems and why. Give me a comment on those, because I tailor my lessons to what all of you are looking for. Sometimes for me, it's something as simple as going to one of my sources, and they have all these buckets of rough. And this is a great example. I was actually dealing with one of my manufacturers one time, and I wanted to get some white agate. You know, just a nice white, shiny, beautiful white agate. And they said, the price of that is through the roof right now. I said, for a white agate? Like, are you kidding me? We don't know. The demand is just way up for it. So I was in a show. It happened to be the Tucson show. And we were at the, what's the name of that hotel? I'm drawing a blank now. I only went to it every year. But anyway, in the parking lot, my friend with the pickup truck pulled in with all of his finds, and I saw something that looked like this. And I don't know if you can tell the consistency of it. It's very kind of like cauliflower. This is how it polishes up. Here's another example of it. Just polishes up absolutely beautiful. It's completely natural. It's untreated. And to me, it blows away every single white agate I've ever seen. Well, this happened to be that famous pristine. I did a lesson on that earlier. It was happenstance. I was looking for a white stone. He happened to have some. And I find so many different things. But I want to know, what is it about the gemstones? Is it really one particular one that's speaking to you? Is it the color? Do you only like blue stones? But I really wanted you to think about, that's why I call this What's Your Gem? Almost like what's your jam? But what's your gem? And why were you attracted to it? I think we can have a lot of fun discussing that as we go forward. Next week we'll get back to our regular lessons. But I thought this one was important. And I was going to, so I will do it next week. I was going to do the rhodonite since we did the rhodochrosite last week. But what's your gem? What gems are you attracted to, and why do you think you're attracted to them? That's everybody's assignment. So I hope that you enjoyed this very different kind of lesson in the Colored Gemstone Academy. Remember, if you've not yet done so, please hit that subscribe button. I know it says subscribe. Nobody's asking you for a credit card. It doesn't cost you anything. It just allows me to monetize in different ways with ads and things, so I never have to charge you for these lessons. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next week on the Colored Gemstone Academy. Thank you.